Hey guys, on your own practice for triangle congruence, side, 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 and angle, side, angle, part 2. This is lesson 3.08. So here are two triangles. One pair of corresponding sides is marked congruent. Which statement is true? So you would know, you can see that this is a right angle, okay? And we know that these angles are congruent. But to do hypotenuse leg, remember we need the hypotenuse, which is across from the right angle. And we do not have the right angle. The hypotenuse. And that is VT and RT. So we could conclude that if we knew that those were congruent. We actually do, because if those are congruent, they are. But that's what we're looking for. All right. Drag and drop the reasons. All right, DC is a perpendicular bisector of AB. All right, we know that AC is congruent to BC because that is the definition of a perpendicular bisector. Bisects something into two. Hang on, I can't get it all the way up there. Gotta move it up one. It bisects something into two equal parts. We also know that ACD is a right triangle because that's the definition of perpendicular. And BCD is right angle because perpendicular also definition of a perpendicular bisector. We know that these are congruent because all right angles are congruent. And then we know that this DC is congruent to itself. That's the reflection property. So DC is congruent to DC. And the triangle ABCD, so now we have side, angle, side. Congruence postulate. And we know that these triangles are congruent. And what were we trying to prove? That AD is congruent to BD. That's the outside lines. So we know that that is true. And that is because of corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. Let's check it. There we go. All right, we know that PN is congruent to PN. That is reflexive property. So let's see. Given the angles NPM, NPM, that one, and NPQ, those are right angles. And we know that MN is congruent to QN. Those are our givens. Okay. We know that this is congruent because of the reflexive property. Everything's congruent to itself. So once again, we have, what do we have? We have a angle, side, side, Oh, they're right angles. So we know those are congruent. Oh, hypotenuse leg. Okay, that's our leg. Okay, that's what I was missing. Our hypotenuse leg. There we go. All right. GH is congruent to JK. That's a given. And HJ is congruent to KG. That's a given. And reflexive, because it's congruent to itself. This one right here. And that is side congruence. There we go. All right, which postulate can prove if we suppose that angle R is congruent to angle V? R and V. We have angle, side. Oh. But we know that these are congruent because vertical angles are congruent. So we have angle, side, angle. Oh, no. Oh, we have to do more than one. Okay, sorry. That's what I'm missing. So we have side, angle. We have angle, side, and angle, side, angle. There we go. So it wasn't true. Begin to. Okay. Which postulate proves that triangles are congruent? RS is congruent to VU. And R is congruent to V. And we know that these are congruent vertical angles. So we have angle, side. There we go. And what's our congruent statement? We gotta line them up. R goes with V. That's not right. R goes with V. This one, because T goes with T, and then this goes with U. Let's check that. There we go. So we have angle, side, side. That does not work. There's no postulate for that. It's not enough information. And on this one, if T and R are congruent, so we have angle, this is U, ST is angle, and then USR, so angle, side. And that's that one.